I used to be the one who made the magic in the house and made the holidays special for my kids. And now I'm just a midlife mom and things have changed a lot. And I'm telling you, nobody really prepares you for that change, right? The change from being the magic maker and the one who makes all the fun happen to now just hoping they're going to come home for Christmas. Let me tell you a little bit about what I used to do as a mom. We had what we called the Christmas fairy, and she would come between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Every once in a while, when there were really good behavior days, she would show up and she'd leave little notes, and they would say, go look under the Christmas tree. And then from there, they'd all grab the note and they'd look and it'd say, go look in the bathtub. And they'd all run and squeal and get to the bathtub. And there would be another note that said, go look in the microwave. And this would go on for, several different times until they got to their prize at the end. And the first time was always a pair of Christmas jammies because, that was a great way to start the holidays. And they were always on sale for Black Friday. And I had to stretch my pennies with 4 kids for sure. So we would have those magic Christmas jammies. And then the rest of the stuff would be things like stuff to bake cookies or a craft project or a book or, something like that. Things that probably most families had in their households over the holidays. But for whatever reason, I decided to create all these fairies. And my kids loved it. And they never wanted the Christmas fairy to die, even up until when they started going off to college. But very sadly, she got into a midair collision with Santa's sleigh and she died right when they were all getting ready to go off to college. So what can I say? I got tired. So anyway, we had all these fairies. We had the Christmas fairy. We also had the backpack fairy. They'd put their backpacks out the night before the first day of school, and the backpack fairy would bring all kinds of things for their backpacks, like hand sanitizer and little Kleenex packs and snacks for emergencies and things like that, so that they had what they needed. It really wasn't that big of a deal, but for them, it was magical, and they loved it. And I loved it. I loved being the one who got to create the magic for all of these different events. We also had the trip fairy. She came when we would go on trips, on road trips, and we'd go in to eat or take a bathroom break or whatever. She would come and leave things in their car seats, and it would just help them to be boredom free while we were driving. Basically, as long as their behavior was good, she would come along and bring special things for them along the road. So it was very fun. But now for the very first time, all of my kids are not going to be home this year. Like, all my kids were not home for Thanksgiving. My second daughter is in the Disney college program, and she can't leave during the holidays. That's their busiest time of the year. So she is stuck in another magical place while we're all here. And there was an empty chair at Thanksgiving, and it was hard. It just felt like, gosh, for the first time that we all weren't together. And I guess it's something that I just sort of, I knew it was coming because, obviously eventually they're going to get married and have their own families and have to deal with spending time with their in-laws. And I know we're not always going to be together on every holiday, but it's just so hard to think about after all these years of creating all this magic and making all these traditions. And now things are changing. And where do I fit into that? Like, I'm still going to do fun things, and I try to find fun little gifts and things like that, because that's just part of who I am. But it's very different. And I suppose that'll change once, maybe if I have grandkids one day, then the magic will come back in. But for right now, it just feels so quiet and so lonely. And, I always dreamed about wouldn't it be great if I could just chill out at Christmas time and watch Hallmark movies and drink hot chocolate and snuggle up in a blanket and read a Christmas novel? Like, that sounded like heaven to me at the time. And now I have all the time to do all of that. And it just feels kind of lonely and empty. And I'm sure I'm going to get used to it. I'm sure I'm going to create some new traditions of my own. And I still have my son here. He's still here for 3 more years. So so we still have things to do with him here as well, but things are changing, and I don't know that anybody ever really prepares you for that. It's like, it's a whole different era. And I can remember being in high school and feeling like the magic had just kind of gone away. And I guess at the time I didn't know the magic was really that we were all together, right? And I don't know. I don't know how many more of those we'll have, but I do know that whoever's around, I'm learning to cherish it. And maybe the magic this year is going to be the stillness and the quiet and the chance to just be with myself. And maybe the magic is being okay with right where I am. And that's what I'm shooting to do in making the rest of my life the best of my life. Hope y'all have a wonderful holiday season. And if you are in this messy middle of life, please do subscribe or hit the like button below. I sure would appreciate it. And come back next week for more on the holidays during the midlife. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.